So the team at FSDT just released what they call their Big Black Friday update, and this is their update to GSX Pro, and today we're going to be checking that out. So two of the newest features they brought on board for this new update is the cleaning service. So this is where you get a cleaning team coming on board your aircraft, and they're going to go ahead and clean your aircraft and simulate that. And of course, one of the other biggest new features is the addition of this new map. So this new map allows you to see where your aircraft is, of course, see all the different taxiways, all the runways, and also allows you to reposition your aircraft and create new custom pushback routes, which I think is a pretty cool feature that we didn't have before, at least with the map feature, where you could, see where your plane's going to push back. And then also, after you do a pushback, you'd also do a pull forward. So that is one cool new feature of this new upgrade. But let's jump back in here, and we are going to go ahead and check out the cleaning service, which again is new with this upgrade. So let's go ahead and request the cleaning service in GSX Pro. Alright, so we went ahead and requested the cleaning service. So again, our stairs were already here, and you can see this little bus here warping by on the airport to come and drop off the cleaning crew. So let's see what that looks like and the animations for that. So here they come. They're going to come in this little van here. Pretty cool, JFK branded little van. And we see the crew about to get off this van and hop onto our aircraft. We are here at a ramp at JFK. I believe this is Terminal 8, American Airlines Terminal. This is where the huge 777s from British Airways usually parks up. So we can see our crew here, and they are getting ready to board our aircraft to clean it up. So they go up those stairs. That looks cool. Let's jump inside. See if we see him boarding the aircraft. All right, here's one person coming up the stairs. And there's the guy or lady that entered through the rear stairs. And they are here cleaning up the aircraft. Here goes the rest. The shirts say scrub. Okay, I guess they're coming to scrub the aircraft. Oh, wow. Okay. Here they go clean up the aircraft. Interesting. So, got a little spray bottle. All right, she allowed her to pass through. The other guys down here has trash bags. Hey, it's not perfect, but it's something new with GSX. Let me go follow them for a little bit, see what they're up to. Two entered through the back. These guys here has their trash bags, clean up the trash. These ladies have their spray bottles and their rags, cleaning up the aircraft. He has his SIDA badge. Wow, that badge looks pretty actually accurate to what the JFK SIDA badge looks like last I seen one. So that's pretty cool. All right, here he is cleaning up. I'm just gonna go take one of these seats here as they do their thing, continue to clean up the cabin. Ladies are making their way to the back, picking up some stuff on the floor. That SIDA badge looks really accurate. That's really, really cool. It's actually what the New York JFK SIDA badge looks like. Very similar, at least. Alright, so that's the cleaning crew doing their thing here. Let's see if they're going to all exit through the back or if they're going to stay up front. You do your thing, sir. You do your thing. follow them to make sure they're doing a good job here. All right, how long does this take? And can you customize the time they take to clean up in the GSX menu? So let's find out. So we go to the GSX menu here and we go to GSX settings. So here we are in the GSX settings. Refueling time we could accelerate. Boarding time we could accelerate, but it doesn't seem like we could change the cleaning time, which I think is okay. Speed up vehicles. Disable rear. Yeah, I don't see any settings to speed up the time of the cleaning. But again, that's fine. We'll see how long they take here. Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Let's climb back up. Alright, so the guys, looks like they left the... Oh, the guys are walking out with their trash bags. The ladies are still finalizing their cleaning. Oh, she's spraying on the overhead bins. This is pretty cool. Again, GSX does these little cool, neat things that, you know, just doesn't come by default in the sim. And they simulate those, you know, ground service activities. And we'll go ahead and check out a few more in a second here. I just wanted to check out this new cleaning feature first. But that's pretty cool. All right, seems like they're getting off the aircraft now. Oh. She just walked straight by me. Still doing some cleaning. And like I said, we checked and there doesn't seem to be any settings to control how quick or how slow they do their cleanup job. So maybe that'll come in a future update. All right, seems like she's getting off. Let's see her. Yep, she's getting off the aircraft. So we have one more person on the aircraft from the cleaning crew that remains. She's heading back to the company van. And this one is still cleaning. Still cleaning. All right, how much more you got to do, lady? Get off my damn aircraft, lady. Plane is spotless. You can tell she's just trying to farm overtime and wants to be a good employee. Hey, boss, I stayed on last on the aircraft cleaning it up. Get off the plane, lady. It's clean. Come on. She wants a raise so bad. She wants that raise so bad. I'm just a diligent worker, you know? Goodness gracious. How much more can she clean? Everybody, your entire team left, lady. The entire team already left. And she's still here cleaning up the aircraft. She must be going for Employee of the Month. Only logical explanation. She wants to be Employee of the Month. Spirit. They must take their cleaning really seriously at Spirit. She's still on the plane. Clean it up. Alright, lady. Let's wrap it up. Get off my aircraft. That's enough. Okay, she's finally leaving. She's finally getting off our plane. Let's see her. Alright, so that was the cleaning service here in GSX. New with this big Black Friday update, which is what they're calling this update. But that's pretty cool. Again, something we didn't have in the sim before, or at least in GSX before. And they've now added that. So she's going to get back into her crew van over here. Everybody else on the van? Well, can't really see anybody else in the van. Let's see what happens. Once she boards the van, will it just leave? And of course, we here at Bill's JFK. See the air train moving along. Very nice. All right, cleaning completed. And the van reverses and they leave. So that takes about, what is that, about 10 minutes or so to clean the plane. I mean, realistic in a real world situation, but if you're flying, it might be too long for you. Maybe you just want to simulate that really quickly. Hopefully they put a set in a future update that you can control the time, whether you want it to be realistic or, you know, a quick clean, but that is something pretty cool. All right, so some of you may or may not be new to GSX. So in this video, I also wanted to review what else you could do in GSX. So GSX, I believe, costs about 32 bucks right now, $32.99. So it's GSX Pro for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think if you get it, you could use it on both 2020 and 2024. It's from FSDT, and this add-on allows you to just simulate a whole bunch of ground services, right? So here, these stairs right now is provided by GSX. I, requested the operate stairs over here, and it set up these stairs here for me. Also, if you had jetways here at this gate, you could connect the jetways using GSX. Other things we could do is request refueling, request boarding, request catering service. So let's go ahead and simulate some of those. Again, some people obviously are new to GSX, some people already have it, but if you haven't seen it yet, I just want to go ahead and show you what those options look like when you select them. So I'm going to go ahead and request refueling and see if I could also request the catering at the same time. Let's see if that works. So once you request catering, it's going to ask you who you want to do the catering service, which is pretty cool. Oh, it gave me an error here. I don't know what it said. Can I not fuel and cater at the same time? Probably not. Well, let's see. See if they're on their way. Oh, here's the fuel truck coming up. Just like that, our fuel truck is on the way and about to give us some fuel. Alright, he drove straight under our wings there to give us some fuel. Look at that. Here he goes. Raising his little stand here to connect up to the aircraft. And look at that. That's all courtesy of GSX. And now he's going to refuel our aircraft. And I believe GSX also, connects to the, your flight plan from SimBrief based on how much fuel, is in your flight plan. I'm just going to jump into the aircraft really quickly and show you guys, how you could select that. Well, look at that. Look at the precision parking over here. Not too precision. He probably ran into the catering truck, definitely ran into the, fuel truck there, but here's our catering services. They're also here. Look at that. So fuel and catering at the same time. And now you could see, so we got to use our EFB to load. Oh, nope, there goes the guy with the catering cart. Look at that. So this is all courtesy of GSX. So if you fly airliners, this add-on definitely makes a world of difference as far as immersion. Of course, in a real world, you probably really wouldn't be refueling and catering at the same time. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but as you can see, they're catering our airplane. So if we walk over here, there he goes. Look at that. Look at that. Again, GSX has been around for some time, but I just wanted to show it for the people who haven't purchased it yet. Maybe they want to see exactly what they could get with GSX. So that's also the purpose of this video, to show you what it looks like. This guy's bringing in some new trolleys. He just disappears. That's fine. And then he rolls out an empty one. All right, so that's what the catering and fueling looks like with GSX. Pretty cool. Again, stuff is not standard in the sim, but now you can see this simulated. here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's pretty cool. All right, let's jump into the aircraft and see if we could go to the EFB and see if we could say what we want our payload to be for fuel. Let me just jump over to the EFB here. All right, there we go. So I believe if we payload, let's select fuel, payload, and do, I'm just gonna apply the load. So we can do it with GSX. Interesting. Can we change how it loads? Let's do up to 5 minutes, that's fine. Alright, so it's fueling now. Let's see what it does on the outside. So as you can see now, the numbers are increasing here, showing us how much fuel he put into the aircraft. And just like that, it's already done, because we probably already had some fuel on the aircraft. $786 for worth of fuel we just put into this Airbus over here. It's not bad, actually. I thought it'd be a lot more money than that, but that was our fuel cost. And you see the catering trucks are going away. They finishing catering our aircraft. So they'll leave, and then the fuel guy is also going to disconnect his fuel leads here. Look at that. GSX. This is the kind of stuff you could get with GSX if you get it. Alright, one catering truck is gone. Fuel guy is wrapping up. Second catering truck is moving away. There they go. Catering is gone. Let's see what's going on with our buddy over here with the fuel. He's back down. He's disconnected. They're going to reverse the tanker. And just like that, they're gone. Refueling is also completed. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So again, just wanted to showcase some of the things you could do with GSX here. For those of you who haven't purchased it yet, just a quick review. And of course, with all of this, so far I have no performance issues here. I am at AnyBuilds JFK, and the performance is pretty good. Nothing, no issues to complain about with performance with that. All right, let's go back into the GSX menu and see what else we can do. So we already requested catering service. We got refueled. We got the stairs set up. Let's go ahead and maybe, let's see what else we can do. Additional services. We could get water, or we could get lav. So, of course, those are two things you can't do. You shouldn't do at the same time, because the lav truck should never be within a certain distance of the fuel of the water service truck. But we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So we're gonna request lav, and let's go ahead and also request water. Oh, you see, water service requested, but we can't start it until the lav service is completed. So at least GSX is realistic in that way, where you cannot do lav and water at the same time. That's the same as in real life, where they won't allow the lav truck to be within a certain distance of the water truck or the water cabinets at these airports. So very realistic here. So let's see what the lav setup looks like here in GSX. So what side is he going to go on? Let's see. Just going to back up the lav truck. Look at that. That is accurate for this aircraft. That's exactly where the lav is. I have done lav on an A320 before, right here at JFK a few years ago. So, do know what that's like. Some people love it, some people hate it. Only done it a handful of times though. Alright, here he goes. He's going to connect his lav equipment here to the back of this aircraft. Alright, he opens the lav door, or he doesn't really in this. He just connects up. Alright. Lav is being done right now. Got his face shield. Needs a full suit here, but you only got the face shield, which is not all you need when you're doing lav. You definitely need the full suit to make sure you're protected in case of a spill, but this guy lives life on the edge. Alright. Pumping out all that gunk out of this aircraft. Let him do his thing. All right, Lav is wrapping up. Disconnects his leads. Pump the blue juice in there, make sure it's nice and clean. Look at this. They got money over here at JFK. They got a Mercedes Lav truck. Wow. All right. Lav service is completed. And now water service should be beginning shortly. So you can see the water truck on its way. So that is realistic. You can't have Lav and water at the same time. So GSX simulates that very well. See, here comes the water truck. Look at that, like clockwork. The water truck is on its way to give us some fresh water here. All right, here comes our water truck. Backing up into position here. And again, they have a Mercedes-Benz water truck. Wow. They got money over here. They got a Spirit aircraft at Terminal 8 JFK, and they got money. Mercedes-Benz portable water truck. Look at that. So if you don't set up your water stuff correctly and you're under that door and you press the wrong button without the hose connected, you will get absolutely soaked. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. First time I did water service under an A320, yeah, it wasn't fun. I was soaked for the rest of the day. And you better hope you have extra clothing in your locker or in your bag, because ugh, not fun. Let's just say it wasn't fun. But it was my mistake, so you do it once, you never make that mistake again. Alright, so that's what the water service looks like here in GSX on our lovely A320. Alright, water is all filled up. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Again, all courtesy of GSX. This is stuff that's not default in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Some third-party developers of aircraft usually add on a few things you can do, like stairs and maybe fuel and stuff like that. But for the most part, GSX covers all of that with this add-on. Again, some people love GSX, some people hate it, some people think it's not necessary. Some people just want that immersion. They want to simulate that stuff. It's fun. It's cool if you like that stuff. If you're not, that's also okay. All right, so that was the water service here of GSX on our Airbus. I've been calling this an A320. It is an A320. Yeah. Okay, I know I'm not going crazy. All right, so let's see what else we could do with GSX. I think we've done almost everything we can do here. We got water, we got lav. We could do some de-icing, we'll do that a little later, but let's go ahead and request boarding. Let's see what that looks like. So here we have no jet bridges, we have the stairs connected. So what it should do, I believe, so it's gonna bring in the baggage. This guy drove straight for the plane. That's a little unrealistic. And straight for the stairs as well. That's not good. but they should do the baggage, and they should also bring passengers into our aircraft. Let's go ahead and attach. So now it's going to ask if you want to attach the tug. We can go ahead and attach the tug. We get some marshallers here. Okay. Where did the baggage carts, the belt loaders, where do they go? They're just going, driving around like crazy? Okay. So a little interesting. Alright, so the passengers will begin boarding in one. So the passengers will begin boarding in 1 minute. Okay. They're going to go ahead and set the tug next to our aircraft. I don't see the tug yet, but I'm sure they'll be there shortly. But we have the marshallers already taking position up by the wings. Very cool. And here comes our baggage carts, it looks like. Alright, insert the bypass pin on the A320. That's needed. So that way if the pilot steps on his rudder pedals, nobody in the ground gets injured. The tow bar connected. Because if that tow bar swings and hits somebody on the ground, it's not very pretty. Alright, where is our bag? So here comes our baggage. Here is the tug. Alright. So we got the tug here in place. Super lifter. It's going to raise the aircraft. It's going to grab those wheels and raise the aircraft. That's fine. Probably shouldn't do that while people are boarding, but it's Spirit, so they do what they want. And here we have the bins being loaded into our A320 here. So again, all courtesy of GSX. Here is the bins with the cargo and the baggage being loaded into our A320. A lot easier than loading bags, that's for sure. Being in the belly and grabbing bags and setting them up and making sure you stack them properly. Ugh, not fun. Don't ask me how I know. Not fun. But the bins just pre-packed, load them in, easy enough. Alright, so the bins are being loaded, and here comes our passengers from this tiny van here. Jeez, it's gonna take us all day to load passengers if that's the vans they're coming in. But this is what it looks like when you're loading passengers into your aircraft using GSX. Again, if we were at a gate that had a jet bridge, it would look different, of course, but I'm at a stand here that has no jet bridge. We're using the stairs, so that's what it would look like. Oh wow, 75% of baggage is loaded. Okay, so that's fine. That little bus is going to make a lot of trips to pick up passengers to bring them to this aircraft, that's for sure. And let me go into our aircraft and see what it looks like. If the passengers are in, do they sit? I don't know if they sit in this aircraft. If we could see them. Doesn't seem like we can see any passengers in here, but that's fine. We should see them coming up these stairs in a little bit once they bring back some more passengers. But again, all this is courtesy of GSX. These are all the things you could do with GSX Pro once you have it installed. Oh wow, boarding completed. That one passenger was our only passenger. Of course, it also syncs up with your SimBrief flight plan and passenger load. Same for the fuel and baggage, but I didn't load any flight plans in. I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. And here is our baggage compartment being closed. Very nice. Close the latch, close the latch. Okay, latch is closed. Very good. All right, so that's what boarding looks like. Let's go ahead and prepare for departure.
Hey there! Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you on board.
All right, request pushback and departure again. So I have the APU running. I just requested pushback and departure again. Should be bringing the tug shortly. Here's this guy coming with the bypass pin. So here's the pushback. Here's our wing walkers. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this is a GSX pushback. This is what it looks like. You got your wing walkers, you got your tug in place. He's gonna face us the right way that we requested. It's all beautifully done. Of course, at this point I could go ahead and start the engines. I'm not gonna do so right now because I'm actually not gonna fly this aircraft. Just wanted to do this video for you guys to see what features are in GSX. I know a lot of people already have it, but for those of you who are looking to purchase it, I wanted to do a quick little video on how that all works, what the animations look like. Of course, this is after their big Black Friday update that just got released this week. So, pretty cool. This is GSX. You have your wing walkers, tug driver. Look at that. It's going to drop us right there. She's going to come in, take the bypass pin away, and everybody happy. Oh, he's pulling us back forward. Look at that. To the right spot. Got the air train in the background. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. With a few add-ons, Microsoft Flight Simulator definitely comes to life. It's almost the real deal. Jeez, where is he bringing us? Come on. Drop the damn plane off, buddy. We know how to taxi. We'll be fine. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Alright. It's a good spot. I'm okay with this spot, guy. Drop my aircraft. And go on your way. You got more work to do. Oh, park and brake needs to be set, of course. Done. I already set the parking brake. What are you talking about? My bindings are all over the place, so something must be conflicting with this. Again, I didn't plan on flying this plane, and all my controls are not set up for it right now, so that's on me. But that's what the pushback in GSX looks like. Alright, so one of the last things we didn't do here in GSX, now that it's snowing on the ground here at JFK, is requesting de-icing. So let's see if we can go ahead and request de-icing from where we currently are parked up. The de-icing vehicles are on their way. Again, it is snowy conditions now here at JFK that we've just simulated. Don't see anything on the ground though, or sticking, but or is that snow? I guess it is. Yeah, you can see the snow on these trucks parked to the left. So let's see what the de-icing operation looks like. So we see the de-icing truck showing up. Very nice. 2 of them. Should be 1 for each side. Looking good, looking good. Alright, here's our de-icing trucks in position to begin the de-icing. That is really cool. Yep, then you could select what type of fuel you want. GSX recommend fuel type 1. You can select the concentration. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Look at that. We got a concentration, fuel type, and now they're gonna begin the de-icing process. Look at that, mate. Pretty cool, isn't it? And if you've ever been on an aircraft that got de-iced before in somewhere like Chicago or Toronto or even in New York, it's a very interesting experience seeing that stuff rolling down your windows outside your aircraft and watching them spray the plane down with this stuff. But it's definitely something that's needed for a safe flight. That is amazing. All courtesy of GSX. Wow. And that concludes the de-icing. I believe they do it for a lot longer than that and a lot more parts of the aircraft in real life. But hey, it's all simulated in GSX, in Flight Sim. Look at that. Trucks are going away. And that concludes our look here at GSX. Again, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I just wanted to check out the new GSX update. Big Black Friday update is what they called it. But just wanted to show you guys the features in here in case you're on the fence, in case you're deciding to buy GSX. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out one of these videos next.